Welcome to Sustainable Packaging with Cory Connors. Today's guests are Glenn Siegal, the Director of Product Management, and Jyoti Kumar, the Director of Engineering for Cooper Lighting. How are you both today?
Real good.
Doing great.
Jyoti, if you don't mind telling us a little bit about your background first.
Sure. Thank you, Cory. My name is Jyoti Kumar. I'm the engineering leader for Connected Residential Solutions at Cooper Lighting Solution. I've been here with the company for 14 years, and I'm mechanical engineering by trade.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Glenn, how about you, sir?
Cory, thank you so much, Cory, for having us today. I've been with the company now going on almost 39 years. I've held positions in sales, marketing, and now product management. Obviously seen the lighting industry change over those decades. It has never stopped the innovation, and the way applications that customers are looking for have also evolved, but has kept it interesting over that time period.
Glenn, this industry that you're in has really innovated and has really moved into more sustainable lighting as in a major way recently, but over the years, constantly changing. Can you tell us a little bit about the history, Glenn, of Cooper Lighting?
So I haven't been around as long as the company's been in existence, but I'm catching up. Halo started back in 1956 as a standalone company and then was acquired over time by different corporations. And now we are part of Signify, which is actually the largest lighting manufacturer worldwide. And what makes this fantastic is this is really the first time that the lighting group that Halo is part of is now part of just a lighting company. So the innovation, and again, is why we're on this call about sustainability, are really the hallmarks of our company. And really the best example of where this has been part of our DNA over time, Halo introduced the world's first Energy Star compliant LED downlight. Now, when you think about that, LED now just seems to be what we all know and rely on. We were the world's first. So again, you think about all the things that LED has done to our world at this point, and we focus on designing products for our customers, whether they're builders or contractors, and we get affirmation that we're doing the right things. We've actually won for 24 years in a row. Builder Magazine runs a survey, and for 24 years in a row, Halo has been voted #1 by that community, that over and over again for brand preference, quality, most used. And again, that just tells us we must be doing some things right. And again, we cover both residential and commercial construction as a company, and we sell through both electrical distributors, retail, online, brick and mortar, and again, nationwide. So Halo has been a staple in our industry and certainly is now part of Signify. You can see again that we definitely have a keen eye towards sustainability and the market and making sure that we're doing the right thing for the market.
Yeah, well said. I was really impressed with your packaging, and that's why I reached out to your team to try to set this meeting up, because it's not only is the item sustainable, it's a replacement for an incandescent light bulb that burns out quickly and is not as sustainable for the environment as the LED option. But your packaging was so sustainable, right down to the sachet for the screws was made out of paper. I thought, oh, I got to reach out to these people. So well done. Keep up the great work. And I'd really like to know a little bit more about some of the sustainable trends in the industry. Jyoti, can you fill us in on that and where you're at on there?
Sure, Cory. So let's take a step back and understand the history.
Yeah.
So in the past, lighting industry has been one of the prime contributors of energy consumption and carbon emissions. However, sustainable building trends, they have been pushing the industry in the direction of environmentally friendly practices. The lighting industry has been adopting these green technologies to promote energy efficiency and to decrease the carbon footprint. Among these technologies, as you talked about LED, which is the light
Yeah.
emitting diodes, right? They are the most widely adopted due to their low energy consumption and their longer lifespan. LEDs can last up to 70,000 hours compared to an incandescent lamps that just last up to 1,000 hours. Regulators have been adopting policies that promote energy consumption and conservation and the environmental sustainability. These regulations include California's Title 20, Title 24, Energy Star program, United States ESA, which stands for Energy Independence and Security Act legislation, which bans the production of incandescent lamps. Certifications, on the other hand, have become very instrumental to promoting sustainable building trends. Organizations like LEED, which stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, certification program, and the WELL building standards, they have emerged, offering certifications to promote sustainable building through adoption of efficient lighting solution. In conclusion, if I'll put this together, sustainable building trends in the lighting industry is driven by the need to promote energy efficient use, reduce carbon footprint, and to improve environmental sustainability. Green technologies like LEDs, sustainable regulation, and the certification have been instrumental in promoting sustainability, and the adoption of these practices will not only enhance environmental sustainability, but also lead to significant cost savings over the life of the building.
That's a great point. Not only is it better for the environment, it's a huge cost savings. And some of these light fixtures are so hard to get to. You have to bring in scaffolding to an office building where it's in a hallway above a stair or something like that. And if you don't want to change that light bulb every year, switching to a Cooper LED light is a much smarter way to do it. Did you really say it's 70,000 hours?
Yes, 70,000
Oh my
hours.
God. That's incredible. How many, have you done the math? How many years is that?
Well, it's 6 hours a day. That's 23 years from now.
That's
So,
incredible.
Yeah, and that's basically how we look at it. And the reality of it is it's still going to put out light at 70,000 hours. That's the point here, is that it really is generational lighting, basically how we look at it today. In fact, Jyoti is building products that change the color temperature. So you can change in the field now. It used to be you would pick a color temperature and that's what you had for the lifetime of the LED. Now, Jyoti has built in the ability to have multiple color temperatures just by changing a switch on the product. So as we age, our visual acuity goes down. And so it's better the higher the color brightness to see better. And so you might start out in your home with a warm color temperature because it looks great and you can see everything super. And then 20, 30 years down the road, when you're going, I'd like it to be brighter in here, you can actually just change the switch over time and not have to change out the entire fixture. So really phenomenal innovation that's coming out of Signify and Halo to do these things, which again is sustainable because now you don't have to get rid of the fixture. You just change the switch.
That's incredible and such a great point. You can change the whole feel and look of a house or wherever these are installed just with the flip of a switch on the back of this fixture. And what I was so impressed with for the fixture that I purchased, you didn't even need to install a new fixture. You just screwed it into the socket where the bulb used to go and it slid right in. You can see it right over my head. There's one of your products and it looks beautiful. It looks like it's built in the house and it's just incredible. So well said and well done. Let's talk a little bit about why is there such an increase on the focus of sustainability? Jyoti, if you could speak to that a little bit. You mentioned some, go ahead, Glenn.
Do you want me to pick this one up or?
Yeah.
About the company? Okay. Yeah. So Cory, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring our CEO, Eric Rondelot, into the conversation. because it really starts from the top down. As I said, we are a lighting company through and through, and which is great because then you have that affirmation throughout the entire organization. Quoting Mr. Ron a lot, because I think this is pretty important. Brighter Lives, Better World is not a standalone program. It is hardwired into our purpose, our strategy, and the way we do business. And we need to address some important challenges of our time: climate change, resource scarcity, population growth, and urbanization. So I wanted to bring that quote into the conversation because that's really how we look at this as a company. And it's all phases of our production, whether it's our products or services, our focus on sustainability. And here's some pretty cool facts. Our production has zero waste to landfill since 2020.
Oh, wow.
More than 70% carbon emissions reduction since 2010. 27% of our revenues come from lighting innovations that increase food availability, safety and security, and health and well-being. And then 29% of our revenues come from circular products, systems, or services. So this is pretty interesting. We are now creating lighting fixtures that are 3D printed. I knew that would pique your interest there. And again, this circular economy and being able to, as we just talked about how long LEDs last, but the reality of it is that tastes change. And when you look at commercial installations, retail, store construction, things like that, where they want the look of that particular store to change depending on who the client is or the tenant or a hotel or whatever. And now these fixtures, the actual shrouds, parts and pieces can be reused. That material can be broken down and reused to create new lighting fixtures in the future. So the 3D printed really is that next huge leap for us going forward. And again, give our customers, our specifiers, and the end users all throughout the process of construction, what they want. And at the same time, be very friendly to the environment. And again, at the bottom line, as I said, our mission is to make people's lives brighter and create a better world. So that gives you an idea of where the genesis and what we believe in.
Yeah, well said. And the circular economy is the future, absolutely. It's exciting to think about how these raw materials can be reused and recycled in perpetuity. Jyoti, I noticed you've got a few boxes behind you there of the product. Do you want to show the audience here what we're looking at? I feel like your packaging is very sustainable. I'd love to focus on that a little bit.
Agreed. And as Glenn mentioned, right, we're taking several actions. And today I'm very excited to highlight one of the initiatives that we are doing is the plastic-free initiative. Ocean pollution, we don't think about it much, but then it has become a global environmental issue. Every year, if you think about it, 2 billion tons of plastic waste is produced, and a 70% increase is predicted by 2050. 8 million tons of this plastic ends up in ocean every year, killing marine birds. And this plastic waste, it has a negative impact on our planet and its biodiversity. And to help fight the global plastic waste issue, we are taking a huge step in phasing out plastic from our consumer product packaging. So I'm super proud that I'm working in an organization that is taking a leading role and has started on the plastic-free initiative. In Signify, we have pledged to avoid the use of over 2,500 tons of plastic every year. So to put in perspective, it is filling up 1,500 garbage trucks with plastic. Wow. This is the right thing to do, and it meets the increasing expectations of our customers. On Halo packaging, as you see here, we used to have these plastic windows, if you can see the image over here, and we substituted that with a very high resolution image. So it does the exact same thing, but it's very sustainable. Now you can recycle this package because of these plastic window, you can recycle it. Then we took this accessory bag that had all the accessories in it, the plastic bag is now replaced with biodegradable solution of a paper bag. So the same thing, but we are started using a more biodegradable, environmentally friendly solutions. In Halo, just new product, what we have done is eliminated the use of plastic, which is almost over 100 tons, which
Wow.
is 220,000 pounds of plastic from our packaging. Phasing out plastic is a further way of driving our sustainability in our business, and it's another milestone in our Brighter Lives, Better World sustainability program.
That's amazing. Incredible job. And it's exactly what we're talking about with our clients about how to reduce, how to eliminate plastic where you can. Like you said, that window is not necessary. When I bought those at Lowe's, I opened the box to see and make sure it's the right color, but the box was easy to open. It was easy to reclose and it looked amazing. And just right out of the box, it worked. And it felt good to be able to put all of the packaging in the recycle bin. So well done.
So happy to hear.
Kind of add to that,
Yeah.
we do quite a bit of business with the professional channel. And we were getting feedback from our clients that dunnage and the cost of breaking apart the plastic from the corrugated what cost them money, and also they had to pay to have it taken away. So another feedback point from our customer base that it made sense not only from the sustainability, but then their costs and to reduce the costs that they were paying. We are going to more and more multi-packs as well. So instead of having individual packs, we're taking products and putting 6, 12, 18, 24 units within a single master pack. So again, to reduce that waste of the even of the paper products. So
yeah, that's an excellent point. Yeah, very important to think about the contractor pack as it's normally called on the shelf at the store, or even the industrial pack, which maybe doesn't need printing at all. It can be a craft RSC and no printing needed because the people installing them, they know what they look like. Right? So
right.
Well done. Sounds like you're making the right moves. Anything else that we want to cover in this discussion?
Jyoti, anything else or?
Yeah, just wanted to close it saying that, hey, this plastic-free initiative is not just a standalone program. With the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, that is our strategic compass. And we launched our Brighter Lives, Better World sustainability program, which kicked off in September 2020. We're making progress in our commitments to double our positive impact on the environment and society. We are providing solutions that address the important challenges of our time for brighter lives and better world. These shape the needs of our customers, employees, and the society we live in. At Signify, we are on a mission to make people's lives brighter and to create a better world with an environmentally friendly light.
Well said. What a great way to end this. Thank you so much, Jyoti. This has been awesome. Thank you, Glenn. Really appreciate your wisdom. And I'd like to thank Aurora Packaging for sponsoring this podcast. If you're listening, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next episode and stay tuned for more. Thank you.